Aloha, my name is Kelly, and this is my first attempt at a YouTube video, so here's hoping all goes well. So I decided to do the Booktube Newbie Tag, because it seems to be the best way to kind of let people know about you a bit and, you know, get yourself out there. So without any further ado, let's get into it. Question 1. Why did you start this channel? Well, the main reason I started is because I love books, which seems like a kind of a stupid answer to give, really. It's the obvious answer, but it is true. I love books and I love talking about them, and sometimes you get a book and you're just like, I need to talk to somebody about this immediately. I need to tell everyone what I think, and then nobody around you has read the book and nobody has any intention of reading the book. And you're like, okay. Yeah, that's why I wanted to start this channel. I mean, I have a blog as well, and I'll link that down there. But I like typing and I like writing and I like writing up reviews and stuff, but there's something about actually being able to talk about it, and you know, you can see the person's emotions, and that's why I want to start this channel. Okay, next question. What am I most excited about for this channel? It's kind of connected to the previous question, in that I just want to be able to talk about books. I want to be able to connect to other people who love books, who love the same sort of books that I love. I'm really looking for that kind of book person connection, like on Goodreads and that. But let's just say I'm excited to be able to talk about books and connect with other people in the community. Okay, next question. Why do you love reading? Who said I loved reading? But yeah, I love reading because you can go to all these different lands, all these other worlds. You can, like, I can be sitting in my room, but I can be in New York, or I can be in, you know, Hobbiton. And you can make some great friends there, as cheesy as it sounds. It's because you can make, like, real friends through talking about the books with other people. But then you can make friends with the characters in the books. That sounds very, very lonely and sad. But it's true. Like, everyone watching this is kind of going, yeah, I know what she means. But it's just, you just feel so kind of welcomed, and like you're part of something when you're reading. Like, you get so invested in a story and these characters' lives, and next thing you know, one of them dies or something, and then you're crying. You cry for this character because you've become so invested in them. And just, it's just so hard to describe, but hopefully I did some sort of justice to the question there. Next question. What book or series got you into reading? This is an easy one for me, because I've always kind of read, but when I was really, really young, I remember I started reading my mum's books of the Famous Five, and that was like the first series I ever read as well. And Famous Five, like, they were just kids, and they went on these adventures, and they fought smugglers, and they found treasure, and, you know, kidnappers, and it was just, they were fascinating. And then right after that, for me, came like The Secret Seven and The Five Fine Doubters, which do not get nearly enough love, you know? Anyone who's read them knows they do not get enough love. Like, Fatty, and like with his disguises, and the girl, I can't remember their names now, but the girl realised that he wasn't really this poor guy because his fingernails were clean instead of dirty. And you're like, the detail in these books, and yeah, but Famous Five were the ones who got me into it. Like, you wanted to be one of the Famous Five. You wanted to hang around with Julian, Dick, and George, and Timmy, the dog. Let's not forget the dog. Everybody loves the dog. Next question. What questions would you ask your favourite YouTubers? Oh god, so many questions. Like, when do you start to feel more comfortable in front of the camera? And how do you come up with tag ideas? That fascinates me. I'm like, tags, just, you know, when they're themed ones, like the Hamilton one that was around, or like the birthstone tag, and I'm like, how did anyone even come up with those? And yeah, I'm struggling to come up with just, you know, book haul, yay, book haul. Other people love book haul, so there's not really a problem there. Okay, back to the question. So questions I'd ask would be like that. When do you start getting confident? How do you come up with the tag ideas? And just, do you still enjoy it after all this time? Like, you make videos once a week or 3 times a week, and do you still love it as much as you did at the start? Do you still go, yes, I'm making a video today, I can't wait? Or do you kind of start going at some point, I have a video to make today, let's just get it over with? Are you still excited? I don't know. I'd like to know. Next question. What challenges do you think would be the hardest to overcome? This is an easy one for me. I have serious confidence and anxiety issues, so the thought of putting myself out there and people seeing me, I suppose that's why the blog was so easy to do, because there's a photo of me at the most and that was it. I didn't have to worry about how I talked and sounded, how people picked up on me, and I just have serious, part of me thinks maybe I'll never even publish this video or anything, but I'd like to, because I'm trying to become more confident. And another issue that I have will be trying to work out editing software. So those will hopefully be things that I will overcome, things that will get easier with practice. When did you start reading? I mentioned earlier, as far as I know, I've always been reading. I'm pretty sure I came out of the womb with a copy of Pride and Prejudice. But I suppose it's just, when I was very young, I still remember the first proper books I started reading were the Miffy books, Miffy the bunny. And they were they'd have primary colours in the pictures, a primary colour background and some text. And then Miffy would be doing something, she'd be on a bike, or she'd be reading a book, or oh my god, I love those books. I'm not ashamed to admit I do have a giant Miffy teddy. Yes, I am 27 years old and I have a giant Miffy teddy. She owns me. But I started reading those, and then my parents were really, really good about reading. Me and my brother and my sister would read in bed at night before we were settled down, when we were really young. And we'd have pencil and underline words or sentences that we didn't understand, and then when my parents came to settle us down for the night, we'd ask them what they meant and they'd explain it to us. So we were always learning from books, and even just those kind of the, I don't know how to pronounce it, Usborne. I used to love the detective ones where you had to try and find the clues hidden on the pages and answer questions, and then you'd find out later in the book. Oh, they were just so cool. So yeah, I've always been reading. Where do you read? Ooh. Where do I read? Okay, so I do have a reading nook in my room. You see this sheeted off area here? It's behind that. I've got this busted old armchair, and I've got piles of books and bookshelves and all that, and this green tube lighting that when I turn it on, it makes me feel like I'm being abducted by aliens. But best place I get my reading done is at night. Everyone's gone to bed. I go downstairs, I mute the TV, and I curl up on my armchair, and I read, and I'll get so much reading done there. I can stay there all night, and tea is only around the corner from me because it's attached to the kitchen, so yay, tea. What kind of books do you like to read? Okay, so at the moment, and for the foreseeable future, the answer will be YA and classics. I am a huge fan of Jane Austen, and I haven't read all of her books yet, but I'm working on it. And my favourite book of all time is Pride and Prejudice, although Alice's Adventures in Wonderland is sneaking up there. I collect different editions of Pride and Prejudice. I've got 12 or 13 now, and I've got one of them is in French or Spanish. I can't remember. But I just love collecting different editions of Pride and Prejudice. And as for YA, I love contemporary and romance and sci-fi and fantasy, and I'm getting into dystopian, and I like, what else is there? Supernatural stuff. Did I say fantasy? I think it's a fantasy. I'm kind of trying to find out what I like the most in YA at the moment, so I'm reading everything. If someone on Booktube or on a blog goes, oh, this is a really good book, I'm add it to book depository basket, add it to the Amazon list, and it, sooner or later it gets bought. But so many books to get. So yes, I like to read a wide variety of genres, and I can't see that changing anytime soon. I'll get into an kind of a niche. I'll be suddenly I'll just want to read a load of sci-fi, and then I'll be oh, I want to read some fantasy, maybe a bit of horror, but I don't really read horror a lot because it scares me, and then I have nightmares. Yes, I am a little girl. So that was the Booktuber Newbie Tag. I don't know why I just did that. I don't know. But I hope this will... Yeah, I hope that you know more about me now, and hope you'd be interested in following me. I feel like it's a bit cheeky to ask you to subscribe when I'm only doing like the Booktuber Newbie Tag. But you know, hey, if you think I could be interesting, or if you just want to subscribe to somebody, feel free. You know, I'm all down for it. So, yes, thank you for watching my video if you watched it. Thank you for watching my video, and I hope to see you at some point in the future. Slán!